I'm always huffing and puffing, but that's okay. I'm about ready to go. Way to go, ladies! Congratulations. All right. Truck division, the Falcones Chrysler Pro Trucks. And the green's out. Greg Kelly in the 96, the 55 of Curtis Stewart. Steve Black in the 1. The number 30 of Jim Bryce, the 19 of Joe Furjanic. The 02 of Danny Lewis. Kelly's going to lead lap 1. John Castor in the number 32 as well in this field. Kelly, the dominant man in this division, winning the 3 races that have been held so far. Side-by-side action for that second spot. Making 3 trucks now at this point. The 55 of Curtis Stewart, the 1 of Steve Black. To the high side goes the number 30 of Jim Bryce. Oh, hang on the back straightaway. The 19 of Furjanic going around, coming out of turn 2. We're still under green flag 0.3 on your dial. You can pick up the races right here at Motordrome Speedway. The green's out. We're underway. Kelly's going to bring him around. Very stout in that Froggy's number 98. The winner of the first 3, and the only 3 events so far in 2004. The rain has claimed several others, but we don't want to talk about the rain tonight. All stacked up for that second spot. Now the battle for the 3rd spot. Steve Black, Castor, Bryce, throw in Danny Lewis. Oh, Bryce bobbles and weaves. Running a little high out of turn 2, gathers it back in. Danny Lewis draws low. Castor down low on Steve Black as they go into turns 3 and 4. Greg Kelly starting to pull away as everybody behind him puts on the battle. Danny Lewis now alongside the number 1 of Steve Black down the back straightaway, takes the 4th position. Castor looking low on Stewart. Castor and Stewart. Now Castor is going to make the move. He's going to pick up the 2nd spot. 6 of 8. 2 laps to go. Starter Denny Carson signals. 2 more times, drivers, and we hit the checker. Greg Kelly with this event in hand. John Castor closing, but no time left. The checkered flag falls on Greg Kelly, John Castor, Danny Lewis, and the number 30 of Jim Bryce. Your 5th 51 of Brandon Manns. Dave Brunel in the 0. Marion Reno, Chantel Germach's teammate in the 8. The number 2 of Ken Grimm, and the 14 of Paul Milowicki. Out of turn 4, Germach leads him to the green. The green's out. We're racing. And on the get-go, the 51 of Brandon Manns into the lead. Sounds like Paul Milowicki having a big-time problem. In the number 14, Dave Brunel now trying to put himself in front of Marion Reno. Ken Grimm in the 2. A little wiggle out of turn 4, but he gathers it back in. Brandon Manns, your leader. Germach, Brunel, Reno, all right there together. Now Brunel is going to take the 2nd spot. Reno drawn alongside the teammate. Reno and Germach side by side as they come into turn 4 to complete lap 3. Manns, Brunel, Reno, Germach. Reno looks like he's got the A truck wound up tonight. Talk talked to Marion earlier in the pit area. He said it's just been one thing after another, but the big thing, it's been the rear end causing all the problems on the number 8 truck. Cross flags halfway, 4 down, 4 remain in this 8-lap heat race for the Falcone Chrysler Jeep Pro Truck Division. Brunel has closed on the number 51 of Brandon Manns. Reno right there on the back bumper of Brunel. Oh, the old chrome horn is working tonight, race fans. Brunel looking, Manns a little bit high out of the turn. But Brunel unable to take advantage of it. Single file right now. Brunel able to work that low line. Manns running the high side of the racetrack. Don't know if it's designed that way or the truck just isn't up to handling. The car exiting, or the truck exiting the turns, washing out, and that allows Brunel the opportunity to duck low. Now Manns got to be careful because he's got Brunel down low out of turn 4. The white flag waves. Dave Brunel, Brandon Manns at the stripe, nearly dead even. Marion Reno at the back bumper, now down low on Manns. Manns washes high again. Brunel in the 0. Now it's Reno into second. Manns third. Out of turn 4, Marion Reno looking. It's a drag race down the front straightaway. Dave Brunel picking up the win in the heat race. Number 2 for the Falcone Chrysler. See if they can find you a place to work. All right, the Smale Pontiac GMC Open Wheel Modifieds. Like to welcome Smale Pontiac with us here tonight. 01 of Harry Opfer, the number 11 of John Probanik, the number 47 of Chris Dodds, the number 35 of Rich Nicola, the number 97, George P. Nicola. The green's out. The 29 of Bruce Hamilton, the 98.3 of Mike Bacalon. Almost 3 wide, but they think better of it. Side by side. Opfer and Hamilton drag racing down the front straightaway in formation. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hamilton's going to jump into the lead. To the high side, it's George P. Nicola. George P. in the 97. Hang on. The 11 of Probanik looking low, but again, thinks better of it. Probanik says, I got this bottom line working. I got something figured out, and everybody got to get out of my way. It's not going to be that easy. Now George P. Nicola to the high side in the number 97. Everybody running in tight formation. One sneeze, one bobble, one weave. It's all over with. Bacalon up into the 3rd spot in the 98.3. Froggy's machine. George P., your new leader in the number 97. Battle now for second. Bacalon, Hamilton, side by side. Bacalon into the position, bringing along Probanik to the high side with them. The 97 of George P. Nicola leads Mike Bacalon, John Probanik, Bruce Hamilton, Rich Nicola in the 35. Nicola, 6 in the books, 2 to go in this 8-lap heat race for the Smale Pontiac GMC Pro Modified Division. White flag out one more time around the half mile here at Motordrome. George P. Nicola with a good 3 to 4 car length advantage over Mike Bacalon, with John Probanik on just about on Bacalon's back bumper. Out of turn 4, the checkered flag's gonna wave. Your winner, George P. Nicola. Mike Bacalon 51 finishing second, John Perbanik third, Bruce Hamilton fourth, Rich Nicola in the 35. From Operation Fire Safe all the way from Daytona Beach, Florida, Laura McCarthy. Laura, we really appreciate you being here tonight, being a part of our race program. And the modifieds bringing it snail's pace out of 4. The green's out. Matt Smith in the yellow number 3 to the high side, inched ahead of Nicola. Jim Nicola in the number 5. They run side by side down the back straightaway into turn 3 with Kostelnik right there. Kostelnik trying to make his way up into position. Nicola into the lead as they complete lap number 1. Gary Scott in the 16 is going to throw his hat in the mix. Tight formation, Nicola, Kostelnik, Smith, Gary Scott climbing right aboard in the 16. On Adam Kostelnik for that top spot. Oh, a little chrome horn there saying, move over, bud. Smith right there with Adam Kostelnik, Gary Scott in the catbird seat, but he's running a little bit close. Got to be careful he doesn't get caught up. Halfway across flags, 4 down, 4 remain. And the 8-lap heat race for the Smale Pontiac GMC Pro Modified, or the open wheel modifieds. Smith looking low on Kostelnik. Kostelnik's car not handling up to par, washing out. Smith down low. It's a drag race down the front straightaway into turn 1. Smith down low. The back end comes around a little, but he gathers it in, takes the lead. Kostelnik coming right back at him in the number 60. But Smith now firmly entrenched in the number 1 spot. Kostelnik trying to work him over. 2 laps remain. 6 in the books. Kostelnik again looking low, but Matt Smith holding the groove. The white flag out one more time around. Smith's car washes a little high out of turn 1. Kostelnik not able to take advantage of it. Let's see what happens as they make their way into 3 and 4. A little bump, a little nudge. The checkered flag's going to come out. And your winner, Matt Smith, in a number 3. Adam Kostelnik, Gary Scott, the number 5 of Jim Nicola. Al Civic, Coors 98, Komarinsky in the 33, John Messenger in the 51, Mike Adams in the number 43, and Gary Wiltrout in the number 95. 10 laps the distance in the first of 2 Falcone Dodge late model heat race events. Green's out. Neil Brown working the high side. Man, does he got it working. Neil Brown in the 98 into the lead immediately. Gary Wiltrout in the 95 already looking to work over the 3rd place position of John Komarinsky. Adams and Messenger battling out for that 5th spot. Neil Brown, by the way, says, I'm gone, in the number 98. Gary Wiltrout in the 95, starting to close on Mark Poole. John Komarinsky in the 33, right there. Wiltrout now down low on Mark Poole. Into turn 3. Wiltrout's going to take over the 2nd position. Wiltrout with a long way to go to reel in your leader, Neil Brown, 3 of 10 in the books. at this point. Komarinsky draws even again down the back straightaway. They go side by side into turn 3. Komarinsky dodges right into the lead into 33. He's got a long way to go to run down the second place car of Gary Wiltrout. To go, 8 in the books, 2 remain in this 10-lap heat race for the Falcone Dodge late models. Neil Brown with a healthy lead over Gary Wiltrout, with a healthy second place position over John Komarinsky. The white flag out for Brown. Komarinsky with Mark Poole right on his back bumper just about. Then it's Messenger and Adams. So Neil Brown, barring any problems in one turn, will bring it down to the front straightaway and pick up the checkered flag in the heat race win over Gary Wiltrout, who coasts across with Komarinsky, Poole, Messenger, and Mike Adams following. In the Hannah, the 60 of Tommy Beck, the 5 of Sean Pillar, Rick Miller in the 25. Brand new car with us tonight, the number 99. If you're a dirt fan, this guy is a legend. Ben Miley in the number 99, running the asphalt. Bringing him out of turn 4. Ooh, I don't think we're going to get a green on this one. Yeah, that was what you call a lot in the claiming division. And he's one of the top dirt runners in the region, winning a lot of races, a lot of championships, including here. The green flies that time. The guy on the point controls the start. Paul Urso is going to lead lap number 1. Tommy Beck right there on his back bumper. Pilla, Miller, and Bahana. Ben Miley just kind of getting used to the car, kind of getting used to the surface, kind of getting the groove. Urso down low, Beck looking high. Here comes Rick Miller in the 25, but the battle remains up front. Tommy Beck looking to the high side on Paul Urso. Urso in the number 37, Urso Racing machine out of Glenshaw, trying to hold off Tommy Beck in the Lint Flooring, number 60. Rick Miller with a long way to go. Then it's Sean Pilla, Larry Bahana, Ben Miley. 3 of 10 in the books. Single file right now, but Rick Miller is closing in the number 25 on that second place car of Tommy Beck. Beck kind of evened out. Urso's car washing out a little bit in the turns, but Beck unable to take advantage of it, maybe having a bit of a problem himself with the handling. I don't know, it looks like it's kind of glued down to the bottom there, but Urso able to maintain the top spot. Now Beck looks like he's picking his spot. Tommy Beck maybe just sitting back, kind of watching what Urso does and saying, I'm going to get him at this point. 6 down, 4 remain. This 10-lap heat race for the Falcone Dodge late models. Paul Urso leading it from the get-go, and he's going to take the white flag one more time around the half mile. Rick Miller, Sean Pillow, Larry Bahana, and Ben Miley. Out of turn 4, the checkered flag's going to wave, and Paul Urso is going to pick up the win. Tommy Beck finishing second, Rick Miller third, Sean Pillow fourth, Larry Bahana of Rich Burbage, the number 5 of Frank Turek, the 27 new with us tonight, Greg Praisner, and the 34 of Rich Nicola. Out of turn 4, the green's out, the drag race is on. They'll get them wound up. No, they don't have restrictor plates. They're street stocks, but once they get rumbling, they're rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, street stock action, and it's some of the best here at the Speedway. One of the best shows in the night. I guarantee you don't want to miss their feature, because they put on a whale of a show as Robin Rimmel jumps into the lead. Frank Turek in the number 5 quickly into second, dropping Henry back to third. Here comes the number 34 of Rich Nicola. Tires squealing, rubber burning, cars bobbing and weaving, binging and banging. Miller, or Rimmel, and Turek side by side going into turn 1. Frank Turek down low on Robin Rimmel. Side by side as they make their way into turn 3. Rimmel, Turek down low, Rimmel up high. Oh, Rimmel a little bit too high, nearly gathers the wall, but gathers it back in. The 34 of Rich Nicola starting to close in, but the back end wanting to come around on him. Car set up a little bit loose for Nicola. Maybe he likes it that way. It's not a dirt track, it's asphalt. A little bit of a push out of turn 4. Frank Turek has stretched his lead over Robin Rimmel and Rich Nicola. Nicola trying to close on Rimmel. Oh, Nicola bobbing and weaving, slides nearly completely around. Gathers it back in, keeps on motoring. Flag, 7 of 8 in the books. Guess y'all could figure that one out with a white flag and 7 on the scoreboard. Way to go, Dave. All right. At any rate, Frank Turek leads Robin Rimmel, Rich Nicola, Bill Henry. The battle now. 03 of Sean Zeiler looking low. Out of turn 4, Frank Turek's going to pick up the win. Robin Rimmel in the 22, second. Rich Nicola, the battle for 4th. It's going to go to Bill Henry with Zeiler finishing 5th, and flames and red are cool, especially when you got firefighters around. Fire, yeah. All right, the 31, Sean Phillips, the 13 of Chris Vergona. Green's out, we're racing. The 44 of Sean Rick. The 83 of Tim Phillips. The 83 corrects it, Tim Phillips, and is headed in the right direction. Jason Holder, your leader after 2 laps. went about every way but straight, but got it gathered back in and is headed in the right direction, and the green's back out. Jason Holder and the good-looking number 74 leading the 31 of Sean Phillips. Right now, single file. Holder, Phillips, Cater, Ashton, Vergona, Ricks, and Phillips. Now Bill Ashton looking low on Vince Cater and the number 4 going into 3. Halfway, 4 down, 4 remain in this 8-lap heat race. For the Subway Street Stocks, their second of 2 heat race events. Bill Ashton looking low again on Vince Cater and the number 4. Ashton can't make the pass. Cater able to hold him off. Jason Holder, meanwhile, in the 74 is really stretching the lead over Sean Phillips. White flag. White flag one more time around for Jason Holder. All right, out of turn 4, Jason Holder is going to pick up the win. Sean Phillips second, Vince Cater third, Bill Ashton fourth. The battle for 5th goes to Chris Vergona in the 13, Sean Rick in the 44, is in the 50, the number 4 of Mike Lemley, the 65 of Scott Margie, the 88, Harold Hunt, green's out, the 04, Bob Shipp, and the 51 of Cliff Abbott. We're missing Costello, but Abbott's here. Another fun division to watch races in, the Charger division, the Yellow Book Charger division. 3 weeks ago had a barn burner of a race. Came down to the last lap. Tracy Keller was leading. A little bump, a little bang. He spun. Battle right now, Mike Lemley looking low on Jeff Giles in the number 50. Lemley now looking high, but unable to make the pass. Now Lemley's going to try and draw even. Lemley able to make that high side work. Lemley again coming back at him on the high side, out of turn 4. Cross flags, 4 down, 4 remain. 3 down, I'm sorry, 6 laps the distance in the Yellow Book Chargers. Still side by side, Lemley, Giles into turn 3. This one should be fun. Lemley working that high side. Giles working the low side. Looks like Lemley may have it going for him. Up top. Hey, could you pass a French fry? Lemley into the lead. Mike Lemley taking over the lead. Here comes Bob Shipp in the 04. Bob Shipp closing to the back bumper of Jeff Giles. A white flag one more time around. Shipp now looking high. Shipp in the Shadlor tackle. Number 04. Yes, he's a fisherman. Whoa, nearly contact out of turn 2. Mike Lemley continues to lead. Jeff Giles, Bob Ship. Out of turn 4, Lemley's going to pick up the checkered flag. Giles second. Ship third. The 51 of Cliff Abbott. Scott Margie in the 65 and Harold Hunt in his first race this year. And the number 88, I believe his first race. May have been out one time already this year. I know I saw him. Fred Bell, the 24 of Scott Aiello. The 14 of Danny Angelicchio. The number 1 of Tracy Keller. And the 27 of Greg Praisner. 6 laps the distance. Out of turn 4, they're all up against the wall, but the green flag comes out at any rate. I'm sorry, that's 57, not 27, Andrew Kostelnik. Let me put my glasses back on and I can see that it was 57 and not 27. Worst part of it is I had my glasses on. Dave McManus immediately starts to stretch the lead over Scott Aiello, and Tracy Keller, dirt tracking it. The 10 of Fred Bell. Oh, hang on, Seabiscuit, Danny Angelicchio down low. These guys are really putting it on right now in the Yellow Book Charger division. McManus in the 17 though, starting to stretch it. These guys battle for position behind them. Tracy Keller now up to second. Oh, hang on, the number 10 of Fred Bell was looking at the wall dead on, but he straightened it out. Danny Angelicchio a little bit sideways out of the turn, but he hangs on to it. Meanwhile, up front, Dave McManus really pulled away. Oh, Fred! Hang on, Fred! Fred, get it, gather it. Fred Bell, my man. Fred's got it going on. He has been every way but backwards, and he doesn't want to put it backwards, but he's been close. But he's going in the right direction. That's the main important thing right now. The white flag, one more time around for your leader, Dave McManus. Tracy Keller has really closed the gap, and Fred Bell, Fred's just kind of like, well, I'm back here, I might as well just have me some fun. So he is. McManus, meanwhile, sees a mirror full of Tracy Keller out of turn 4, the checkered flag. McManus finishes first, Keller second. The 24 of Scott Aiello, Kostelnik. The 14 of Angelicchio, the 10. My man, Fred Bell. Fred going on. Let's make sure, hopefully we got everybody here listed. The 70 machine is going to be P.J. Ehrlich. The 0 of Jack Kaiser, the number 7 of Chris Brink, the number 12 it looks like of Andrew Wiley, the number 9 is Brad Grace, green's out, 8 laps the distance, the 41 of Brett Boyer, the 55 of Dave Campbell, and on the get-go, the number 70 of P.J. Ehrlich. Eric Kulikowski in the number 44. Kyle Martell in the number 59, the red car. Right now, it's the number 70 of Ehrlich and the number 41 of Boyer. Then it's the number 7 of Chris Brink, and the battle was shaping up for that 4th spot. But the number 55 of Dave Campbell into the position. Eight laps the distance for the PA Legacy cars. These little machines really get around the half mile here at Motordrome Speedway. Legacy, a spinoff of the Allison Legacy cars out of Alabama. The same Allison family of Donnie Allison, Bobby Allison. Donnie Allison's son Donald, one of the innovators of the Legacy series. Great battle shaping up for that third spot with the number 7 of Chris Brink and the 55 of Dave Campbell. Campbell down low, drag racing down the back straightaway. Campbell coming from the back all the way up to third. To go in this 8-lap heat race. Campbell into the third spot. The number 59 on the move, Kyle Martell, also turning up the wick, starting shotgun in the field, and he's really motoring on. Out of turn 4, the white flag's going to wave for the number 70 of PJ Ehrlich. Ehrlich out of Oakmont, PA. Turn 4, the number 74 of Dan Brink going around. Out of turn 4, the checkered flagger. That's turn 2 out of 4, the checkered flag. Your winner, PJ Ehrlich. Finishing second, the 41 of Brett Boyer out of Rural Valley, PA. The 55 of Dave Campbell out of Apollo. The number sway right now, and let's give you their lineup. Another one of my favorite divisions. Of course, I like them all, but this is a lot of fun because these guys don't dump a lot of money into these cars, and boy, do they put on a show. The number 22 of Gene Greco to the high side of him. Looks like Jeff Zellweger in the 18. Green's out. The 32 of Dan Jordan, the 28 of Larry Vance. And they're going to go 3 wide. The brake lights come on. The 16 of Ed Deneen. The 55 of Bob Eastman. The number 5 of Bill Oldham. The 48 of Gary Ancrom. The number 24. Let me check that number to make sure I got it right. The number 50 of Ken Dukich. Greco is going to lead lap number 1. That's 34, Dave, not 24. The 34, Aaron Minyock. And the number 13 of Jim DiOrio. Look at the battle up front. They are going all over each other. Greco, the 32 of Jordan. The 48 of Gary Ancrom pulling off the speedway off the back straightaway. Hugging the bottom lane. The inside, the way around this racetrack. Gene Greco continues to lead. Dan Jordan in the number 32. The number 28 of Larry Vance. The 16 of Ed Deneen. The 18 of Jeff Zellweger. Throw them all in the mix. They're all right there. The 55 of Bob Eastman. Cross flags, 3 down, 3 remain. The American Flyer Division, the brake lights are working, the horns will be blaring a little bit later on. The 32 of Dan Jordan working over Gene Greco for that top spot. Let's see what happens. Greco, the white flag, hugging that yellow line. The short way around, a little bit sideways is the 16 of Ed Deneen. He gathers it back in. Greco in the 22 continues to lead. Dan Jordan. Jordan has been looking high, looking low, mainly low, but can't make the move. Out of turn 4, the checkered flag in the air. It's going to be a drag race. Jordan. No, Greco's going to get it. Good race for the American Flyer, the Advance Auto Parts American Flyer divisions. On the point, it's going to be the 55 of Curtis Stewart. High side outside of him, the 02 of Danny Lewis. The number 0 of Dave Brunell. High side of him, it looks like the number 30 of Jim Bryce, the number 8 of Marion Reno, the 51 of Brandon Manns, 32 of John Castor, the number 2 of Ken Grimm, Chantel Germack in the 24, the 98 of Greg Kelly, your 3-time winner, the number 1 of Steve Black, the 14 of Paul Milowicki, the 19 of Joe Furjanic. They are going 20 laps in distance for the Falcones Chrysler Jeep Pro Truck Division. Out of turn 4, Danny Lewis to the high side, Curtis Stewart to the low side, the green's out. We're up to speed. A 20-lap feature for the Pro Truck Division. To establish a position yet. Danny Lewis looking long, looking high in the 0-2. They're almost 3 wide. They are down the front straightaway. Lewis into the top spot as they complete lap 1. Bryce into 30, into second, dropping the 55 of Stewart back. They want to go 3 wide again. The 51 of Brandon Manns to the high side. Very dicey, very racy at this point. Guys, it's 20 laps, not 2. We'd like to see everybody finish this one tonight. Marion Reno in the number 8's got it wound up. He moves into the 5th position. Let's see what happens. In turns 3 and 4. Oh, your 3-time winner, Greg Kelly, getting caught up. And Ken Green going around in the 2. The yellow book yellow is out. That all started, Dave. 4 laps of 20 in the books. Jim Bryce in the 30. Running second. The green's out. Danny Lewis is going to lead him around. Race fans, you got to keep your eyes on the back because the charge may begin here shortly. Greg Kelly in the yellow number 98 making his way up through the field. Meanwhile, back up front, Marion Reno in the number 8 looking low on Steve Black. Reno's going to pick up that 4th spot. Here comes John Castor in the 32. Castor down low on, I'm sorry, that's the 0 of Dave Brunell. Stand corrected. That may have been Steve Black that was involved in that incident earlier with John Kelly or Greg Kelly. Indeed it was. My mistake. Oh, the battle. John Castor down low on Marion Reno, muscling his way into the 3rd position. Greg Kelly again working. Oh, hang on. Greg Kelly going for the wide. Oh, and Steve Black. Garage area. 0-2 of Danny Lewis is going to lead him around to the green flag. Danny Lewis feeling the heavy pressure from Jim Bryce in the number 30. John Castor down low on Brandon Manns. Marion Reno trying to go along with him. Reno down low on Manns as well. Bryce looking low on Danny Lewis for the top spot. Lewis hanging on to the position. Single foul right now, but I guarantee you things are going to heat up shortly here. Marion Reno working over the 32 of John Castor for that second position. Castor working over the back bumper of Jim Bryce. Danny Lewis in the 0-2 continues to lead and says, keep it up, guys. Now Castor down low on Bryce into turns 3 and 4. Side by side, oh, Castor muscles his way into the second position. Marion Reno goes into third as Bryce washed high. Ken Grimm going around in the number 2 machine, out of turn 4 rather. Bowman are all tightly bunched. The green's out. Lewis is going to lead him out of turn 4. John Castor is looking low on Danny Lewis into turn 3. John Castor has got it wound up and into the lead. Here comes Marion Reno in the number 8. Damage to the right rear of Castor's 32. Marion Reno down low on John Castor. They drag race down the back straightaway into turn 3. Side by side they go into turn 4. Marion Reno starting to pull away. Reno into the lead. Oh, Castor says, I'm back here, and nearly loses it. Bobbled a little, but gathers it back in. No harm, no foul at this point. Oh, Jim Bryce washes high. Brandon Mann gets by. Here comes Dave Brunell in the 0. Brunell looking for that 4th spot. John Castor, meanwhile, using the chrome horn big time on Marion Reno. Reno in the number 8 moves up a lane. Castor down low. Danny Lewis right there in the 3rd spot in the catbird seat. Let's see what's going to happen. Castor, Reno, 17 of 20 in the books. Hang on, Dave Brunell going around with Bryce. Oh, 2 more going around. Black and Stewart in the caution. The yellow book, John Castor. Into turn 2, Marion Reno looking low. You call intimidation what you want, but that's how you get it done. Marion Reno side by side with John Castor. Reno into the lead out of turn 4. 2 laps to go. Marion Reno in the number 8. Can he hang on to it? He has had all kind of problems with that truck. He's got 2 laps to do it in. John Castor staying right with him. Castor letting him know he's back there out of turn 4. Side by side, the white flag's out. One more time around. Castor, Reno, sideways. Hang on. Castor getting into Reno and turning him around in turn 2. The yellow book caution is Lewis. Brandon Manns, 1 and 2. Dave Brunell in 3rd. Chantel Germack, the young lady we talked to earlier, running 4th. The green's out. Greg Kelly is 5th. Let's see what's going to happen. Danny Lewis getting the jump in the 0-2. Danny Lewis looking to sew up his first win in the Falcones Chrysler Jeep Pro Truck Division. Oh, Greg Kelly sideways, the white flag. Danny Lewis one more time around. Brandon Manns now looking low. Dave Brunell in 3rd. Chantel Germack a comfortable 4th. Greg Kelly in a 98. Marion Reno on the move, but time is running out. Into 3, into 4. Manns giving a pressure, but Danny Lewis is going to pick up the win. A spin in 4. Brandon Manns 2nd. Dave Brunell 3rd. Chantel Germack a strong 4th place finish. Greg Kelly, after getting beat and banged, your winner of the 20-lap truck division feature. And we're going to turn it over to Mike Dunn. Mike.
Dan, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Dan, a lot going on out there. What the heck was going on out there?
Well,
I guess what goes around comes around. Take your glasses.
He's gonna put the shades on. Go for it, buddy.
Just have to be patient. And the same thing happens with the two guys who was in the front every week. You just have to be patient and wait for it.
Yeah, a race like that, a lot of starting, a lot of stopping. How do you keep your focus out there, going from full speed to just kind of chilling and running around the track?
You just go till you got to stop. That's all.
That's right. Greg Kelly has quickly established himself as the man to beat in this division. He's won the last 3 weeks. You're the first one to beat him out. What's it going to take to beat him in the point standings? And is that even something you're concerned with this early in the season?
We're just running this truck week by week. We actually wanted to get our late model back out, but I kind of hurt my back at work and shouldn't even be driving the car, but I guess you'll have that.
All right, Dan, you got some sponsors. Let's hear about them.
Yeah, I want to thank Liberty Stand Construction, Gilmore Engineering, Waste and Water Management, Combraco Industries, Reflex Bedliners, BB&S Masonry, Stonebrook Tavern, Fort Allen Beer, Harmony Auto Parts.
Your wife.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my wife for not divorcing me over all these years, not being home, and I think my good luck charms here. My wife brought my little dog tonight, so I guess, well.
A lot of people to thank, and we appreciate handed by him. That's very nice of you. Dan Lewis, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. First win of the season for Dan.
All right, race fans, Danny Lewis, you're with feature winner in the Falcone Chrysler Jeep Pro Truck Division. Your hard charger in that race, the young lady we talked to on the front straightaway earlier tonight, Chantel Germack. Give it up for Chantel picking up the Hard Charger Award. Valvoline sponsors the Hard Charger of George P. Nicola, the number 01 of Harry Opfer, the number 47 of Chris Dodds. Tom Heilman in at number 57, the number 9 being driven by Rick Huffman. And shotgun on the field, Al Civic in the number 94.9. Clear vehicles on the speedway at any time during the night. The Falcone's Dodge pickup pace truck pulling into the pit area. The green's out. Oh, a lot of action in the middle of the pack right now, but the 16 of Gary Scott into the lead. Dropping Matt Smith back to second. John Pravanik, Mike Bacalon in the 98 running fourth. Jim Nicola in the number 5, but don't look now, here comes George P. Nicola in the 97. Gary Scott leading this event. If you're not familiar, Gary Scott owns the Swissvale Music Store. Pretty cool. Single file right now, everybody kind of status quo. Gary Scott leading this event. Making a move at this point. 4 laps going to go into the books as Scott crosses the start-finish line, heads into 1 and 2. Everybody kind of sizing everybody else up, looking for the position to take. Now Mike Bacalon working over the number 11 of John Pravanik for that 3rd spot. George Nicola looking low on the 98 of Bacalon. John Pravanik, Mike Bacalon, George Nicola in the 60 of Adam Kostelnik. All running in tight formation. Actually, Scott now about 3 car lengths ahead of Matt Smith. Kostelnik looking to the high side of Nicola for that 5th spot. Gary Scott continues to lead. George Nicola in the 97 working over Kostelnik for that 5th spot. Now Nicola into the position. Kostelnik was trying to get up into the 5th spot, but Nicola able to hold him off. Remain at this point. Probanik feeling the heavy pressure from Mike Bacalon into the Froggies, number 98. A little bit of the chrome horn being used. Of Jim Nicola nearly spinning. He keeps motoring though. He was headed right for the wall, the other wall, that wall, and this wall, but keeps it going straight. Gary Scott still holding on to about a 3 car length advantage over Matt Smith in the number 3. John Probanik in the number 11 trying to close in. Bacalon now has fallen back in that 4th position. Oh, George Nicola now looking low on Mike Bacalon down the back straightaway. Nicola in the 97. Working over Mike Bacalon. Kostelnik right there with him. Kostelnik now moving into the 5th position as your leader Gary Scott approaches a slower car of Al Civic in the number 94 machine in turn 4. Denny Carson Flagman signals Civic to stay low on the speedway. The leaders are coming. And indeed he does. Scott able to get by, but that slows his momentum. Matt Smith able to close, but once Scott gets by, he's able to stretch slightly over Matt Smith for that top spot. Now Kostelnik stuck in behind, down low now on Civic, and he gets by. Bacalon also down low and gets by the 94 of Al Civic. So with 16 laps and getting ready to complete lap 17, 3 more laps remain in this 20-lap feature event for the Smale Pontiac GMC Open Wheel Modifieds. Gary Scott picks up the white flag. Gary Scott going to come around and hopefully take the checkered flag for his first win of 2004. Out of turn 4, down the front straightaway, picking up the checkered flag for his first win of the year, Gary Scott in the number 16.
He's out of the car, race fans. Gary Scott climbing out of the 16 car. Little correction, this is actually his second win of the season. Won a few weeks ago. you're a winner, everybody wants your attention. Gary, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Heck of a race. We just watched the pro trucks. It seemed like it took an hour for them to run the 20 laps, starting, stopping, a lot of lead changes. Yeah. This was just the opposite. You busted out in the lead on the first lap, held it for the duration of the race. No cautions. What was working for you out there?
Well, I knew Matt was close to me, and obviously he's fast tonight. And wishing that my guy kept it. You know, he was on me. And the last almost lost it. I started spinning, and that was.
Well, you held on. Hey, I played sports all growing up. I know if I took 3 weeks off in the middle of this rusty, having raced third, is it hard coming back out here and, getting acquainted with the track?
Hot laps were a little shaky, but it's okay. It's, sometimes the time off's good.
I guess it's kind of an even playing field because everybody's been taking the time off. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Well, I'd like to thank the crew, my wife, my brother, Nuts on the chassis, Tom Vosnick on the car, fans. I got some people that root for me. I want to thank them, and in general, all the people that are sponsored on the car.
All right, Gary. Hey, second win for you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Gary Scott, ladies and gentlemen, give him a nice round of applause.
All right, race fans, as usual, I stand corrected. Gary Scott, number 2 on the season. Hey, race fans, if you haven't picked up your smoke detector, they are free. 4-letter word, F-R-E-E. You can get them back here at the Checkered Flag Food Court. If you're on the back straightaway, we do have... This year, he was your track champion last year. This is going to be fun. 40 laps the distance. The Falcone's Dodge Pace truck pulling off the field out of turn 4. Hang on, I don't think we're going to get the green flag. No, we're not. The caution come back out on board. Ran a dirt car as a late model on an asphalt track a few years back at Clearfield. Now the Falcone's Dodge Pace truck off the track, out of turn 4, the green's out. Bahana leads him to the stripe. Down into turn 1 they go. Larry Bahana in the 61. Mike Adams, Tommy Beck in the 60. Gary Will 3 wide. No, they think better of it. Beck backs off. Gives him a little bit of room. Out of turn 4, Tommy Beck down low. Into the lead is Tommy Beck in the number 60. Gary Wiltrout looking low on Mike Adams. Wiltrout in the 95, moving up into the 3rd spot. Working over Bahana in the 61 for that 2nd spot. Gary Wiltrout now up to 2nd. Mike Adams down low on Bahana. John Komarinsky coming with him. Ben Miley, Mark Poole, side by side. Neil Brown trying to work his way up through there. Rick Miller patiently trying to make his way up in the 25. He's to the high side. Meanwhile, up front, Tommy Beck is starting to stretch on Gary Wiltrout. Oh, hang on, going around. Larry Bahana, Mark Poole in turn 2. Ooh, that was... Turn 4, man, the pace truck's not even off the track, and they're back green flag racing. We're going to attach a piece of lead to the gas pedal of the pace truck driver. Tommy Beck is on the move. Gary Wiltrout in the number 95, trying to stay within distance. Right now, John Komarinsky working over Mike Adams. Neil Brown in the 98, running 5th. Ben Miley running in the 6th spot rather. 7th, 8th. Quit saying that. Ben Miley now contending with Rick Miller in the 25. John Komarinsky sideways in turn 2. Look out, the mess has started. Oh, man. John Komarinsky Komarinsky going around. Neil Brown collected up. Paul Urso in the 37. Sean Pilla in the 5. Mark Poole in the 96 shirt. 15791, a t-shirt. 16047. Has to be removed from the speedway. My guess, the heaviest shot. All right, one more time around, and we're going green flag, Rasinger. Larry Bahana, Mark Poole, John Komarinsky out of turn 4. The green's out. Tommy Beck to the strike. Gary Wiltrout staying right with him. Mike Adams washing up high in turn 2. Here comes Rick Miller. Miller up to the 3rd spot in the number 25. Able to maintain the top spot over Gary Wiltrout and Rick Miller. Mike Adams running 4th. Ben Malley running 5th. John Messenger 6th in the 51. Larry Bahana, John Komarinsky, and Mark Poole. Putting the pressure on Gary Wiltrout. Miller glued to the back bumper as they went into turn 1. Miller looking down low on Gary Wiltrout. Side by side into turn 3. Miller into the position. Wiltrout up high, trying to come back down underneath Miller. But Miller strong into the 2nd position. Now Tommy Beck's going to have a rear view mirror full of the black number 25 of Rick Miller. Closed on your leader, Tommy Beck. Miller hugging that bottom groove. Beck able to maintain the lead. Also hugging the bottom lane. Beck able to hold off Miller by taking his line away. Miller looks a little high. Miller may be trying to rattle Beck's cage a little and see if we can get him out of his rhythm. But Beck hanging on to that top spot, but Miller's hungry. Miller really putting the pressure on in the number 25. Let's see if he can wear down Tommy Beck. Right now, Tommy Beck standing strong in the lead with 15 laps in the books. Tommy Beck feeling the heavy pressure from Rick Miller. Right now, Beck brushing it off, doing a tremendous job, hanging on to that top spot. John Comer, problem on Ben Malley's number 99. Slowing dramatically. Ben Malley, way off the pace, is probably going to pull it pit side. He ducks low and heads to the pit area. No, he's going to stay on the speedway. Way off the pace at this point in the number 99. the number 99 Colucci Chevrolet machine to the pit area. Tommy Beck again at the halfway point of this event is the man. Now able to pull just slightly on Rick Miller. Miller maybe cooling down his tires to make a charge. Oh, Miller washed high just a little bit. And we understand there's a bit of a fire underneath of the number 99 as the fire crew heads immediately to that car. We're going to see what happens with this situation. Fire crew coming over, the hood up, the smoke, a little bit of a fire. It's undoubtedly looks like in the carburetor area. There you go, just a little spritz of the fire extinguisher KOs the fire. Meanwhile, back on the speedway, Rick Miller again closed in on Tommy Beck. Oh, Beck trying to hold off Miller, but Miller now climbing to the top. Rick Miller to the high side of Tommy Beck out of turn 2. Beck holding him off down low. Gary Wiltrout sitting back, waiting to see what plays out. Miller down up high, Beck down low. Still side by side as they cross the stripe. Oh, hang on! Miller coming down, and Beck right there, contact made. Lap 25, the yellow. You often see in Winston Cup racing on some of the big tracks, a driver will try, and race director Ron Brutt says, hold up guys. Out of turn 4, now it's green, we're racing. Keep your eyes on Rick Miller in the 25, Miller working the high side. Rick Miller to the high side of John Messenger. Gary Wiltrout now is going to work over Tommy Beck. Third. Wiltrout down low on Tommy Beck. Let's see what happens. Beck able to hold him off. Oh, Wiltrout down in the dirt. Gets the back end a little bit loose, but hangs on. Loses a bit of the momentum. Rick Miller trying to reel in the top 2 running cars on lap 27. 13 laps remain. Still enough time for Rick Miller to do it. His car, though, is washing out in turn 4. John Messenger trying to hold on into that 5th position, or moves up into the 4th position. Oh, turn 2, second place going around. Wow! Okay, Tommy Beck leading him around, and here's the green. We're going to put in for battle pay for the pace truck driver. Either that or we've got to find a good upholsterer to take care of the seat for him. One or the other. Trying to make the charge back through the field. Rick Miller sizing up Tommy Beck. 10 laps to go. Gary Wiltrout now up to the 4th position. the veteran Rick Miller, with his years of experience, sizing up Tommy Beck in the number 60 as well, a veteran driver at this race facility. Oh, Rick Miller, the back end going around nearly all the way around on him in turn 1. Hanging it out. Gary Wiltrout now up to 3rd, getting by John Messenger. So Rick Miller now may have to cool his tires down before he can make a final charge on Tommy Beck. Number 60, a problem with a leader of this event. I thought I heard it about 2 or 3 laps ago, but that time it was very pronounced. Tommy Beck, possibly the motor, coming unglued. He's hanging on though. The car did not miss that time. 37 down, 3 remain for your leader, Tommy Beck. He's got to be saying, oh no, this can't happen to me again. This time by the 2-lap to go signal given by starter Denny Carson. Again, there's that miss right at mid-track. Miller bobbles a little. Now Miller closes. Miller to the high side. Tommy Beck down low. Rick Miller to the high side. Side by side. Into turn 3. Rick Miller to the high side getting by Tommy Beck. The white flag out. And Tommy Beck's motor giving up the ghost as Gary Wiltrout moves into 2nd. Oh, the heartbreak for Tommy Beck leading all that way. And Rick Miller washing out is going to pick up the checkered flag. Your winner, Rick Miller. Talk about perseverance. Unbelievable race, fans. Probably one of the more dramatic. The checkered flag goes. He's out of the car, race fans. Let him hear it. Rick Miller, your winner, down to Mike Dunn in victory lane.
Rick Miller, folks, out of the car. Rick, congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
Heck of a race.
Oh, that was an incredible race. I mean, there was action going on all night long. I tell you what, your fans, you guys sure got your money's worth tonight. Everybody's been saying the late model races have been boring, but my goodness, what a show.
What a nail biter. You can't say enough. On lap 24, I couldn't really see turn 1 when you guys got tied up there. What happened between you and Tommy Beck?
I got up on the outside of him, and I thought I had him cleared. Evidently, I didn't. Tommy's a good, clean racer, and like I said, at the time I was, pretty hot about it. But said, evidently I just didn't clear him, and that's just, part of the deal, I guess.
Was there any damage to your car? Did it feel any different after you came out on the restart, or what?
Oh yeah, the tires were gone, and I flat spotted them, and the car had a heck of a vibration and stuff, and it was just, actually it's a good thing. I'm glad the tires didn't blow out and stuff was vibrating so bad.
Heck of a race. How about those sponsors?
Oh yeah, I'd like to thank Valvoline, Brooks Automotive Group, Judy Steffi Faust, Bellevue Chassis, Schwanke Engines, Ultralight Brakes, Diamond Wheels, 5-Star Body, and Penske Shocks.
All right, Rick, thanks a lot. You got a heck of a cheering section up there on the high rise. They were all biting their nails up there for you. Congratulations. Good race, good race.
Well, race fans, like we said, that was one of the more dramatic events of the year. Rick Miller going to victory lane. He was your 2003 champion, and the of Robin Rimmel. 77 of Rich Burbage, the 27 of Greg Praisner, Cater, Jason Holder, Sean Zeiler out of turn 4. Turek's going to lead him around to the green flag. It's out, it's waving. Turek immediately into the lead. Bill Ashton in at 35, now moves into the second spot. Chris Vergona in at 13, along with the 34 of Rich Nicola. Duking it out for that third spot. Jason Holder back to 5th, but he's working it over now for that third and 4th spot. Wants it all, can't have it at this point. Down low on Nicola, moves into the 4th spot. There is action going on all over the racetrack from front to back. That's the way we like it. I told you don't want to leave for this one because it's going to be fun. Cater gets the boot in the number 4. Back in line, Vince Cater dropping back a couple of spots. For that 4th spot, Chris Vergona into 13, Rich Nicola into 34. Nicola has the position right now, but Vergona working him over on the low side. Status quo. Right now, the battle going on, Chris Vergona into 13 to 31 of Sean Phillips. For the 5th spot, Phillips moves into the position. Back up front, Frank Turek and Bill Ashton. Turek not able to pull away. Jason Holder running 3rd, trying to reel in the top 2 running cars. Holder kind of going back and forth, but back up to the 3rd spot. And a good looking number 74. Turek, 10 laps in the book. 15 laps the distance, 5 more to go, and if Turek pulls off the win, it's sandwich time. Chris Vergona having a problem with Robin Rimmel. Vergona nearly loses it. Vince Cater also bobbling in turn 2. Gathers his car back underway. They all keep going. No harm, no foul. Now the battle up front starting to shape up a little bit. Bill Ashton closed in, but able to maintain top spot. Jason Holder trying to reel in these two top running cars, but at this point can't do it. Turek too strong. Even Ashton now dropping back a couple of car lengths, 2 to 3 car lengths. Everybody kind of single file. Quite the opposite of what we've seen in the past with this division that typically comes down to the last lap, and hey, it's not over, it may happen. I stand corrected, 20 laps of distance. This time by it'll be 5 to go. 5 to go for your leader, Frank Turek. Oh, turn 4, look out! The 34 of Rich Nicola going around, and the yellow is going to come out. Tim Phillips in the 83, the 03 of Sean Zeiler, the 77 of Rich Burbage, and the 27, the greens out, of Greg Praisner. We're back underway. And again, Frank Turek, real strong up in that top position. On the back bumper of Bill Ashton for that second position. Ashton able to hold him off at this point. Robin Rimmel looking a little racy at this point, and the number 22 working over the 31 of Sean Phillips. Bill Ashton, Jason Holder, Sean Phillips, Robin Rimmel, your top 5. Everybody running single file, running a clean race. Holder looking over the 35, sizing them up a bit. 2 laps remain. 2 laps to go in this 20-lap feature event. For the Subway Street Stocks, the Subway Challenge is on. Frank Turek is going to take the white flag. It may be meatball sandwich time. The battle is for the 4th spot. Robin Rimmel down low on Sean Phillips. Rimmel dropping back slightly. Phillips able to pull away a little bit. Rimmel coming right back at him into turn 3. Out of turn 4, Frank Turek is going to pick up the meatball sandwich and the checkered flag. Bill Ashton, 2nd. Jason Holder 3rd, the 31 of Phillips, and the 22 of Robin Rimmel. Round out your top 5, so race fans, guess what?
Out of the car, race fans, Frank Turek in the number 5 car. Frank, congratulations, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Heck of a race.
Oh, yeah.
We were just talking to Rick Miller, and he was saying how all year people have been calling the late model races kind of boring, and then here tonight we have a real nail-biter. All year people have been saying the street stock division is the most exciting division. We have a pretty cut and dry race. You led start to finish, only 1 stop. What was working for you out there?
We got lucky, and the car was handling halfway decent, and my brother's motor was running real good.
You looked real good out there. I don't know if you're aware, but you just won everybody in the stands a free 6-inch hoagie meatball sub from Subway.
All right, we'll get to eat this week from Subway, huh?
I was just talking to Howie, the photographer. He said you won a bunch of these races last year where you won like 5 or 6 times. You won all the fans in attendance some food. So is Subway going to pick you up as a sponsor? Or, I mean, or are you going to pick Subway up and like replace Jared or anything? Or, you know, what's going on with you guys?
Hey, I would like to pick up Subway. We got room on there for another name.
How about those other sponsors?
I'd like to thank Star Chevrolet, Seacrest Auto Wreckers out of Dawson, and Westside Loop and Oil out of Cornersville, and my heating and Acme Speedway. We race go-karts on Saturday nights up there.
Good stuff, man. Frank Turek, congratulations. Great race. Frank Turek, give him a nice round of applause.
All right, Frank Turek, congratulations on the big win. the Subway Sandwich Street Stock Challenge winner. The 65 of Scott Margie, the Wanis, in the shotgun position. 15 laps the distance for the Yellow Book Charger division. Oh, Kelly from the Cannon McMillan Section 7 AAA. The slower car of Harold Hunt may play into this. No, it won't. Ship makes his way low. Lemley makes his way low to get by Hunt in the number 88. Mike Lemley in the number 4, dropping back slightly on Bob Ship. Tracy Keller to the low side of the 88 of Harold Hunt. Keller got a long way to go to track down the top 2 running cars, and only 2 laps remain. Dave McManus battling with Giles, his 8th sandwich. Harold Hunt, the white flag out. One more time around for Bob Ship in the 04. Bob Ship, Mike Lemley, bringing it around out of turn 4 to the checkered flag. Bob Ship picking up the win. Mike Lemley second. Tracy Keller in the 1/3. The battle for 4th is going to go to the 50 of Jeff Giles. Dave McManus rounds out the top 5. So Mr. Shadlore Tackle and Car Clean System.
Car, folks, Bob Ship, the 04 car, first win of the season for him.
That's good. Oh, okay.
Congratulations, Bob. Heck of a race.
Funny, but I really hate starting on the front row because you're the one that has to set the pace the entire race. And for me, I'd rather come from the back and have to try and come from, because whether or not you're doing well or not. We don't have mirrors, so we don't know where another car's at on the track.
Mike, I mean, you obviously led start to finish. Mike Lemley was right on your back the entire time. I mean, the guy's won here before. He's a winner. How did you hold him off for all 15 laps?
I just tried to hold my line, keep it down low. Mike runs strong. There's a bunch of other guys in this division. It's pretty tight. I mean, it's whoever starts where. It's rough.
Yeah. We were talking earlier to some guys talking about the 3-week layoff. It's been since April 23rd, the last time we raced. Is there, a rustiness or anything, or is it just you come out here and do your thing, you pick up right where you left off? What's it like for you?
You pretty much pick up right where you left off. It's disappointing. You look forward to it all week. Get out and have some fun on the weekend, and then we get rained out.
Okay, how about those sponsors?
I'd like to thank Greenwald Automotive, Jefferson Hills EMS, Shadlore Tackle, and Car Clean Systems. And I want to thank my father and my mother for being here. I want to say hi to my fiance. She's at home tonight. We're getting married in 2 weeks, so say hi to her.
Congratulations on that, and congratulations on your first win of the year. Bob Ship, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Good race. All right, folks, we're going to go racing one more.
All right, race fans, Bob Ship in Victory Lane. Hey, I want to wish a happy birthday to Dennis Willing. Dennis, I don't know where you're at. Brad Grace in the number 9. The 44 of Eric Kolakowski, and the number 74 of Dan Brink, my guest brother of Chris Brink. Champs on the flag stand. We've got Denny's backup because he's going to be replaced by the girl that was up there the first time. The PA Legacy Series, 20 laps the distance. Out of turn 4, Jessica waves the green flag. And they are underway. And it's the number 55 of Dave Campbell into the lead, dropping the 7 of Chris Brink to second. PJ Ehrlich in the 70 up the third as they come by to complete lap number 1. Pressure from Chris Brink in the number 7. Brink looking low on Campbell. Campbell hanging on to that top spot. If they're not running wide open, it's pretty close to it. Now the battle for second. Oh, a hard crash down here on the front straightaway. Was busy watching what was going on. Tough break for that young man. You hate to see anybody crash and damage their cars, but that is to Mike Johnson and Mark Bonnell, and is actually Dave Wade. Green's back out on the PA Legacy Series. And what a jump Dave Campbell got in the 55. Chris Brink in the number 7 has got a little bit of ground to make up. The number 70 of PJ Ehrlich right there with him. Now throw in Brett Boyer in the number 41. But Campbell able to maintain that distance between he and second. Now the battle for second. Ehrlich looking low on Brink. Ehrlich nearly side by side as they head into turn 3. Now they are side by side. Ehrlich down low, Brink up high. PJ Ehrlich in the number 70. They drag race down the front straightaway across the stripe. Down into turn 1. And PJ Ehrlich takes the advantage, but Brink coming right back at him going into turn 3. Here comes the 41 of Boyer now mixing it up. Oh, they were so close. Campbell on the 55 has really stretched the lead as that battle was going on with PJ Ehrlich in the number 70 now running second. Chris Brink in the 7 and the 41 of Brett Boyer. The 59 of Kyle Martell now also involved in this battle. 7 laps of 20 in the books. Down. This time by it'll be cross flags halfway in this event. Dave Campbell with a commanding lead gets the cross flags from starter Denny Carson. PJ Ehrlich, Chris Brink, Brett Boyer, the 59 of Kyle Martell, the number 12 of Andrew Wiley starting to reel in this group. Then it's way back to Brad Grace, the 74 of Dan Brink, and the 44 of Eric Kolakowski. Have a safe trip home. Thanks for coming out. starting to shape up. The 70 of P.J. Ehrlich has reeled in your leader as the laps wind down. P.J. Ehrlich has turned on the afterburners. He's closed on Campbell. Campbell says, whoop, whoop, I got to get going. Ehrlich sizing him up for that top spot. Looking low, Campbell shuts the door. Campbell washes a little bit high. That leaves the opening for Ehrlich. Ehrlich down low into turn one. They're side by side. Going into two, down the back straightaway. They're still side by side as they head into turn three. Campbell on the high side, inched ahead, but Ehrlich came right back at him. Into turn four, they're side by side. Down the front straightaway, they're still wheel to wheel. 15 in the books, 5 to go. Let's see what happens. Now you're going to get 2 more cars entered into this mix. The top 2 running cars dueling it out side by side. Putting on the Ritz. P.J. Ehrlich down low. Dave Campbell to the top side. Chris Brink in the 7. Brett Boyer in the 41 trying to close it in. The lap's winding down. Ehrlich inches ahead, but Campbell comes right back at him. Campbell on the high side, making it work for him. And Ehrlich, the half car length, but Campbell fights right back at him. A little bit more of a separation with Ehrlich, but Campbell coming back at him again as they go into 3. Now Ehrlich gets command of the top spot. Campbell drops in behind him, this time by 2 laps to go. Starter Denny Carson with a 2 sticks up. P.J. Ehrlich in the 70, Campbell sizing him up again, trying to look. Brink right there in the 7, Boyer in the 4, maybe in the catbird seat. Let's see what happens. This time by out of turn 4, the white flag one more time around. As your leader, P.J. Ehrlich, trying to hold off Dave Campbell. Campbell led a good majority of this race. But Ehrlich taking command and now has to hold him off for 1.5 turns. Let's see if he can do it. Out of turn 4. Oh, going around is Chris Brink. The checkered flag comes out. Brink into the inside wall. As he came out of turn 4, he lost control. There was no contact.
DJ, here's a pass for you to work, my friend.
Hey, mate. Grab a case of oil on the way back.
He's out of the car, race fans. P.J. Ehrlich climbing out of the 70 car. Congratulations, P.J.
Thank you very much.
Good work out there.
Oh, it was a tough race, fighting up there right till the end, so it was tough.
It was nice. Now, tell me a little bit about these legacy cars. You guys aren't here every week. What are they all about?
They're a great car to run for anybody starting out in racing. They're an inexpensive way and great group of guys to race along with. They'll give you room and you can race clean with them and it'll be fine.
So what do you guys do? Do you just go touring around the different tracks and stuff? Do you have like a set home track or how's that work?
There's several different series around the country. We have the PA Legacy Series, which race here in Jennerstown Speedway. There's also Lake Erie Speedway up there. They race them up there also, but you can go any track that races legacy cars since it's the same rules. So.
Very cool. I heard it through the grapevine upstairs that you were you're the defending champion for Pennsylvania for the Legacy Series. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was a tough race at the end of the year last year. There's a bunch of people that could have won in the last race. We came out winning it, so it's great to come back here and get a win.
Very nice. Any sponsors you'd like to give a shout out to?
Finish Line Fabrication, Bolte Tire, Center Auto Parts. I'd like to thank my dad who set up the car with me tonight, Jeff Hemphill, my mom for coming out, and all the fans for staying. It's really appreciative that all you guys come out.
All right, PJ, congratulations. Good work. Thanks for coming to Motordrome.
Thank you.
PJ Ehrlich, folks, driving the 70 car, picking up the win. I misspoke earlier. I think we're going to go racing one more time starting now.
There you go, Mike. Good job. P.J. Ehrlich, congratulations on your feature win. And time we ran, And there's the horns of blaring. Toot toot, back to you. Toot toot.
I like toot toot.
The number 4 of Nick Bacalon runs shotgun in the field.
I like to run the control with stretch. I want to see the foot.
Out of turn 4. All right, Donald, sit down. Bill Oldham's going to bring him around to the green flags. They go 3 wide. Are they going to go 4? They come back into 2. They go back into 3. Wide, that is, not turn 3. I figured my turn's out. Looks like down the back straightaway, it's the 28 of Larry Vance. The number 16 of Ed Deneen in this high side out of turn 4, getting around Bill Oldham as everybody tries to shoot for the bottom groove. Still can't figure this out. Why everybody, I mean, I know it's the shortest way around, but everybody goes way down low. We're going to have to get some dirt and build a cushion up there on the high side for this race. Deneen turning up the wick in the number 16. You saw the team car to that 16, Gary Scott, win the modified feature. Battles going on the Speedway for that 4th position, the 18 of Jeff Zellweger and the 55 of Bob Eastman. It almost looks like they want to get on pit lane, and they say, oh, no, I think I'm going to stay back out of here on the racetrack. Oh, the 16 off the pace. Was running second. Ed Deneen down into the grass. And wants to do a, well, looks like he's going to bring out the yellow book caution. He is stopped dead in the water around the quarter mile here at Motordrome. Well, no, it's a half, but it's about like they want to run a quarter mile. They run down on a yellow line. The green flag's out. And immediately Larry Vance tries to stretch the lead in the Hell South number 28. Bill Oldham, though, tries to close back in. Tires squealing, brake lights flaring, coming on. Cross flags halfway. Like I said, halfway, 8 laps, 4 down. Gary Ankrum in the 48 off the pace. Oh, hang on in turn 4, going around is the 55, along with a little contact with Ken Dukage. All right, at a snail's pace. Larry Vance bringing him around with Bill Oldham. The green's out. Vance better get on the gas because Oldham is. Larry Oldham, or Larry Vance rather, Bill Oldham in the 5 may have been caught snoozing. Oldham not able to take advantage of it. With a good distance between them and the 3rd place, number 18 of Ed Deneen. I'm sorry, Jeff Zellweger in the 18. Ooh, that sounded like a P Thrasher going into turn 1. for your leader, Larry Vance. One more time around. Bill Oldham now putting on the pressure. It's do or die, now or never. Coming out of turn 4, Larry Vance in the number 28 trying to hold off Bill Oldham to the stripe, and it's going to be Vance picking up the win. Bill Oldham second, the number 18 of Jeff Zellweger, Ken Dukich in the 50 running third, Jeff Zellweger in the 18 fourth, Gene Greco.
Your winner, Larry. I'll say hello. Larry, congratulations, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Good work out there.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Very good workout.
Larry, I gotta preface this statement by saying that I'm an idiot. I've talked to you on the phone many times, met you in person. I just know you as Larry Vance from Health South. Didn't put it together that you're actually a driver until just now.
Probably the first mistake is you talked to me.
That's what Red was telling me. Hey, these cars, they have brake lights, they have funky sounding horns. Are they just fun to drive or what?
Yes, they're actually very good. They're better than you would think. You would never do this on the street with this kind of car, but here it gets away with it.
It looks like fun. How about those sponsors? Anybody you'd like to thank?
Actually, I have to thank my wife because she's put up with a lot to do all this, and without her, I wouldn't even be here. And as far as the sponsors, Health South, there's a lot of Health South people here unless they left because it dragged on. But Health South, Dave Ford. Actually, if you guys go to Dave Ford tomorrow, you'll get a big discount if you mention you saw us at MOTORDROME Speedway.
Good stuff. Larry Vance, congratulations, buddy. Good work. Good work. Folks, that'll wrap it up for this evening. Have a safe drive home. We hope to catch you back here next week. 30, as usual.
Ken Dukich in the number 50 was your valve.